Hello. Hey, at our church recently, we've been talking about the idea of belonging. And the more I got to thinking about it, the more I realized the opposite of belonging or not belonging, there's probably all kinds of terms, but what it really comes down to is it's a feeling of loneliness. It's a feeling that I don't have people, I don't have a place. And to be honest with you, that's actually a plague right now in our society. I mean, it was tough already, but COVID kind of hit that with a hammer and really isolated people in a lot of ways. And sometimes we'll push back right away and say, well, wait a minute, I have all kinds of friends and all kinds of people I connect with on social media. And here's the thing, I'm not against social media, but social media is a place that connects us with information. But it doesn't really connect us with people. I mean, we get all kinds of information about people's lives and what they're doing and how things are going, but we're not really connected with them. We know about them, but we don't know them. And belonging means knowing and being known. And so what I wanted to do was take just a minute and share a couple of thoughts about belonging with you. And to help me do that, I want to use this coin, which it may be a little tough to tell, but this is a $1 gold coin piece, and they don't make them a lot. They're hard to come by, and I just happen to have one. But on one side of the coin is the picture of the head of Thomas Jefferson. The other side is a picture of the Statue of Liberty, and that is two different sides of the same coin. And I'm sure you've heard that before, and I'm sure you kind of know where I'm going. See, belonging is got two sides of the same coin as well. When we say we belong, there's really two things that are happening. And on one side, when it comes to you and Mountain Ridge Church, what we want to say is Mountain Ridge is for you and you belong with us. And what that means is we want to treat you with kindness. We don't insist that you believe the same thing that we do. Now, we are going to share what we believe, and we're going to invite you to believe that along with us, but we have a place at the table for you. We love you, we accept you, and we want you here with us. Because as I said, we think that over time you're going to end up believing the same things we do about God, because God is for you and Mountain Ridge is for you. And so we want you to feel like you can belong, even if you don't believe yet. And we do several things to make that happen. But sometimes we fall short. And so I want to ask you to help us be accountable. If we're doing things that don't invite people, that don't create belonging, you need to let us know. Hold us accountable to that. We've got a care team that calls people because we're concerned about what's going on in their lives and we want to touch base with them. We've got a prayer team that prays over people and the requests that they have. Our elders reach out to folks that are having a hard time and struggling just to see how we can walk along with them. So especially in people's dark times, but even in regular everyday times, we want you to feel like you belong with us. And so we've got small groups, we do worship together, we do all kinds of things, not just an hour on Sunday, but all during the week, to help you have a sense of belonging, because first you belong to God and then you belong with us. And it's not I and it's not you, it's we together. And so that's what we do. And like I said, we're not always perfect. So if we're falling short or where we're falling short, you need to let us know and hold us accountable to that, because we want to do better where we're missing the mark. But there's another side of that coin. Just like if that coin only had one side, it would look like a fake or a toy or a prop or something. It's like, well, no, there's got to be something on both sides of that. There's the same way with belonging. There's something on the other side of that. We as a church can do everything we can to be kind and to create that space and do all the things that I just said. But you have a role to play in that too. And the psychologists and sociologists will call that being vulnerable and talking about relational vulnerability and all this other stuff. And I'll be honest with you, I don't understand all that. I'm a pretty simple guy. Here's what I do know. I'm not going to belong anywhere if I'm not willing to put in the effort. No matter the organization, no matter the situation, the family, whatever it might be, I'm never going to feel a sense of belonging if I'm not willing to invest myself at some level. That I have a role to play. I have to be willing to move. If I'm not going to belong, because I'm not moving from a place of being disconnected. And so while we as a church have an obligation, and we need to be accountable to that, you have an obligation, and you need to be accountable to that. Life is better together. And you do belong here with us. So what are you doing to belong? And I can't completely answer that question, because belonging is a little bit different for everybody. But some of the things that I know help people belong is when they get in a role where they feel like they're supporting others. And maybe that's being part of that care team that I mentioned, or giving financially, or connecting with a ministry to where I'm doing something meaningful to help other people. Those are ways that we belong. Those are our effort that we can take that helps us find a sense of belonging. It could be things like connecting to a small group and getting to know a few folks, letting people into my life. There's that vulnerability idea that the effort I'm going to take is to build some relationships, because if I build relationships with other people, I'm going to feel that sense of belonging. Now, there may be other ways to do it, but I would just ask you and try to hold you accountable. What are you doing to belong? Because we together are not able to create belonging for you or for anyone else unless we're both pulling on the rope together. And so I just want to invite you and challenge you to find ways to belong. And if there's a way I can help you with that, please email me. You can email me, Brett@mountainridge.org. Let me know how we're doing. If there's things we can improve on, let me know how I can help you feel a sense of belonging if you're not sure what to do next. Thanks. Have a great rest of your day.